There you go.
There I go. We're going to try that one more time. Hey, little gift. Hot cocoa and the cups in there. By the way, I did go to Hobby Lobby in Champaign, Illinois. I know that's 50 miles away for us anyway. They had all kinds of them there. Half price. That's right. They had these for, I think they were $2.99. $2.99. And then we got the little hot cocoa balls. See those? And we got those at the Dollar Tree. And then these are all accessories. We accessorize. We got these little chocolate spoons. I saw Lois back. She made her way to the Dollar Tree, and because she posted some stuff.
You saw those at Dollar General too, right? The chocolate spoons.
The place I went yesterday, that wasn't Dollar General. No, I saw the Dollar Tree, where I got the hot cocoa.
Okay, I saw them at Dollar General.
Okay, and then these peppermint spoons. These are like upside a buck down. A piece. What, $1, $2, something like that?
$1.25.
$1.25.
So upside down right now.
So you can really, you can really enhance your.
It's just a nice little collection.
Your collection, with the dice.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
Gift giving, baby.
Gift giving. It's that time of year. That's right. So, Mr. Creek, are you ready?
Give me my card.
Pardon me? Oh, yes. I'm going to hand you your card. And
J-Rose says she loves the cocoa bombs. You know, I tried to make cocoa bombs a few years ago, and I was successful at making them. But they didn't look very good.
Speaking of looking good, you look fantastic tonight. Beautiful red outfit. You are gorgeous, Mrs. Creek. Am I embarrassing you?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Time for you to
but
be quiet.
You are one good-looking woman.
I need that button. Where's that button? Is it on me? I need that button. We have a button in the house, and it's like that button on the Staples commercial where it says, what is the Staples button?
That was inappropriate.
Easy.
That was easy.
The Staples button says, that was easy. But I got one for Tom, and I programmed it, and it said, that was not appropriate. And I need to know where that thing is. He says he doesn't know where it is, but I think he's lying. Which is not appropriate either.
No, I didn't lie to you. I wouldn't lie. Okay. Lois back, I see she's on here. She gave the set to her hairdresser as a Christmas gift. Nice. Great idea, Lois.
Nice. Okay, are we ready to roll?
We are ready.
We're going shaky tonight.
Shaky.
So we are making cards that are holiday themed. Am I up or down?
Are you up or down? No, your card's not down. The camera is on your face, my love.
So we're making cards that are holiday themed. We're learning about shakers, and we are making cards that you can put with the gift to give it. So when you give the gift, you can have this nice little card, and that's the card we're making tonight. It says "Sweet Treats and Holiday Cheer." So I think we're ready to turn the camera down. Sir Director, what is he called?
This is the executive producer, Mr. Lucky Russell.
Turning the camera down and let us know how we look. Are we good? Okay, so we're going to make a standard A2 size card, and we are going to flip it up and put our gift card in the middle. How do I look there, guys?
You're looking great, Mrs.
Okay,
Creek. Looking
so
great.
The very first thing we want to do is get our cardstock, and we're going to cut our cardstock so that we can die cut it. And we are going to cut that cardstock 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to score. So 8.5, 5.5, we're going to score at 4.25. I have already...
Are you saying that is actually the dimensions of an A2 card, Mrs. Creek?
Right there, baby.
For those of you who wondered, now you know.
Mr. Creek, we got a lot of ground to cover tonight. We are using the gift card notches. If you watch the live from last week, you'll see that we used a gift card with the zip strip die, and this particular die is called gift card notches. So we're working in here how to make cards where you can throw in the gift card. So what I want to show you is this is the gift card notches die, and it's going to pierce the outside edge, and it's only going to cut those little places so that it can actually hold the gift card. So what I like to do whenever I have a die that I use over and over is I make a jig for it. I call it a jig. If you're a woodworker and you make a piece like this, you call it a jig.
I bet most of these crafters are woodworkers.
Okay. That's great. I'm not, but my dad is. So what I've done is I've taken my orange cardstock and I've cut that the same size as my A2 card. So there's my...
Karen Shen, you've never made a shaker card. This is your opportunity to see how it's done tonight. So you have come to the right place.
I'm going to take my jig, and what I've done is I've centered this die on the top. So I'm 3/4 of an inch from the top, 3/4 of an inch from both sides, and then I laid the die on this. I traced it with a pin, and I cut it out by hand because this does not cut on the outer edge. So you'll have to cut it by hand, but here's the deal. When I get this out and I'm making a card, I can set this.
Would you emphasize which is the orange paper is your jig, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
This is my jig. And I have written on it the 3/4 of an inch so I know where I'm at and that's my top. Okay?
So you just save that with your craft supplies.
I save it with my die, and when I get it out, I'm like, oh yes, I've already done all the work.
Oh, look at that.
Okay? So we've got it placed where we need it. We're going to add a little bit of stencil tape. And then we will run it through our...
What kind of stencil tape is that you have, Mrs. Creek?
This is the Creek Bank Creation stencil tape. And I will tell you, I had a lady that came to see me in Greenville,
South Carolina.
And she had a question about one of our dies that wasn't cutting right. It was a sentiment that she had stamped, and then she had die cut, and she couldn't get it to line up properly. And we went round and round trying to figure out what the problem was.
Put your card in the camera so they can...
When I cut it in front of her, she was absolutely shocked because it was absolutely perfect. And she went to walk away, and right as she turned to walk away, she said, "The blue tape!" So what was happening, her die was a rather long die. It was the word congratulations. And when it was hitting the roller of her die cut machine, it was shifting ever so slightly. So the stencil tape
Hi, Jane.
will just help with that issue. So you don't have any shift going on. You don't want shift, Tom.
No, you don't want shift.
Shift is bad.
But sometimes shift happens.
Yes. So especially when you have a long die like this, having that stencil tape helps you get it exactly where you want it to be with no shift. And there we have it. Now what we have is that notch. And what it's going to perforate that one part. And Mr. Creed, did I mention that we have a lot of ground to cover tonight? We do. Okay, so it's going to...
a lot of people tell me... never mind.
Make that, where's the button? That was not appropriate. We got to find the button. Your gift card will fit right in there. Now, the problem is going to be that you're going to have these little places on the front of your card, but we are going to cover that up and make it beautiful so it will not matter. Now, we are using the stamp Sweet Treats and Holiday Cheer. And that stamp has several sentiments on it.
Hi, Vicky Knight.
If I can find it. Vicky Knight, how are you, lady? She's from Ohio, right?
No, she's from Indiana. She helps us at Fort Wayne when we go to Fort Wayne.
Why do I think she lives?
I don't know. You were busy making a card.
Okay, I can't find my stamp. Sweet Treats and Holiday Cheer. It's the
Sweet
stamp.
Treats and Holiday Cheer.
Peyton, do you have access to pull that up online to tell me the other sentiments that are on that
Treats
stamp?
and Holiday Cheer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's got lots of them.
It's
You want
got
to look
Merry
for it?
Christmas.
Do I need to look for it?
Happy Thanksgiving. Peyton's looking. Is it in our stack right here, Tom?
Probably.
So I'm putting tape on the back of this. So what I did was I cut the mini scallop rectangle die, the largest size that's in that set. There are several that come in that set. And we are
that's it.
setting that right in there. So I stamped the Merry Christmas from the set, and it has the sentiment that we're using on the front, Sweet Treats and Holiday Cheer, but it also has Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving.
It has Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas. Hope your retirement is as sweet as pie. Thankful for you, ... and pie. Sometimes you just need pie. Holiday cheer. And what's the last one on the very bottom? Oh, we already said that one. The one on the side is
Sweet Holiday Wishes.
Sweet Holiday Wishes.
So that stamp is designed for you to use with giving treats and gifts. So it works well for this kind of project. Now I have cut a second mini scallop and I am attaching that to the front of my card. We're going to stick that down, and you can see now we have our Merry Christmas on the inside and we have our white scallop on the outside, and we're ready to work on our shaker. Mr. Creek, we're good.
I'm looking for this.
Yeah, Mr. Creek's over here digging in all my stuff. That's good. We're good. Okay, so what we want to do is build our shaker. Now, when I do this, I like to build my shaker and then adhere it to my card. So I have my card base done. Now, I am starting with this piece of white cardstock, and I have cut that 3 by 4.25, and I have stamped it with that same stamp, and I have put that basically in the center of that, and I am going to add some Sparkle and Shine Red Hot Chili Pepper gems. So the gems, they're when you open them, there are many sizes in there, so you can decide what size you want. I'm going to adhere adhesive. Now, the purpose for doing this is if you add a little sparkle in the top of your card for your shakers, it is a very nice little touch for your cards. It adds just a little glimmer shimmer. And glimmer shimmer, can you say that?
Glimmer shimmer. Glimmer shimmer. And you thought I was full of
And it helps the shaker bits get stuck on the stuff at the top of the card. So I usually put 3 to 5 little pieces on there. And I'm going to come over here and pick up my gems and adhere them. I am using the Creek Bank Creations gem stick, and that has a wax head on it.
Has that ever been called a gem picker upper?
Are you being funny, or is that a question?
Just asking the question.
Yeah, I tell them it's probably been called a lot of things. Okay, so wax head, it'll allow you to set those right on that adhesive, and we're going to push those down.
Isn't that a cool tool?
Into our card.
That's what we should have called it, was the cool tool.
The cool tool. There you go. Now we add a little bling bling to the top of the card.
A little bling bling with your cool tool.
Okay, now if you look here, you can see it just adds a nice little touch.
Hey, don't we have a super price on those cool tools?
We always have a super price on the cool tool right now. When you use the coupon code HUG, is 15% off.
But doesn't regular price $9.99?
I have no idea what
I forgot.
the price is.
Can you look up the price on that?
I thought it was 13.
Well, I don't remember.
I don't either.
Maybe by the time the discount.
So this card I made earlier so that my...
Huh? Well, it's $17.99 less 15%.
There you go.
So it's $17.99 less 15%.
So I've already let this dry so I don't have...
Yes, that
bits.
the wax is replaceable, and we also sell the replaceable wax tips.
Yes, on the website. Okay, so we have our base. We've got our gems stuck on there. And we want to get our foam tape. And we are going to take our foam tape. And we are going to... I want to start with a square end. Okay? What I'm going to do is pull out my foam tape so that I'm basically kind of pre-measuring how much foam tape I'm going to need. Add a little bit for luck. There we go. Because when I make a shaker, I like to take my foam. There's my foam. Sticky on one side, liner on the other.
Is the coupon code MUG or HUG?
I thought it was HUG.
I think you're right.
You can look on Facebook, Peyton. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my marker, and this is a Tri-Blend from Spectrum Noir. Any alcohol-based marker. So, Copic, Chameleon, I know Stampin' Up! I think has their own, maybe. But any alcohol marker. We're going to run it along that edge. And this is one of the tricks for having a really clean, nice look for your shaker box, is to color it the same color as your cardstock. So it'll also help hide any mistakes. I like to do it like this instead of after I've attached it because I don't have to worry about getting ink on anything. I'm going to do both sides because we have an inside edge and we have an outside edge. So we're going to color that and it'll dry relatively quickly all along through here.
Isn't that cool?
So it's fun that you have a color on the inside, and you could even do, I could have put green on the inside actually. That kind of would have been fun to mess with.
It would have been kind of green and red, kind of festive Christmas colors.
But Tom, we all know that the true colors for Christmas are red and white.
Patty says she always colors her foam to match the card. Good crafting, Patty.
There we go. Now we have a nice red edge.
A red edge.
Red edge, baby. And we're going to take that base. Am I centered, guys? How am I doing? Okay. And we are going to put that flush on the left edge and run that straight across right on the edge. And then we're going to take our scissors and cut that.
Do you realize it's only 4:24 for our California customers that are tuned in tonight?
Wow.
It's early.
Yeah. Do we have anybody?
Yeah, we've got several customers from
California? Really?
California.
Wow.
California.
Wow. I bet they're having better weather than we are.
I bet they are. Hey.
Well, I guess it depends. If you live in the mountains in California, you could get snow. Like
Yes, you
Big
could.
Bear,
Yes, you could.
There we go. So we're going all the way around, and I like to just trim that over so I can see that. I'm going to trim it off square.
I thought you could tear that tape and you didn't have to cut
I could, Tom, but I want a really good, clean,
a clean one. A
tight
clean machine.
edge.
Oh, I thought you used the
If
6x8 foam. I didn't realize you used
No,
foam tape
I'm
tonight.
using foam tape on this one because it works well with the
Shaker satchel.
inverted mini.
Yeah, the
No,
inverted
you're-
mini
you're
scalloped
backtracking.
rectangle. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
That's what we did last week. This week we're doing
Oh, excuse
basic
me.
standard
A
shaker.
basic stainless shaker.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, if you're interested in the shaker satchel that Tom mentioned, you can go back and watch last week's video. In fact, I suggest that you do because that's a really easy way to make the shakers. Now, I'm going back and I'm just hitting those little spots of foam right there, and I also like to
Lois
hit,
says they're having fires in California.
They are?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's in Malibu, isn't it, Lois?
Well, that's terrible.
Yes, it is.
Okay, all the way around. Now, I like to hit that bottom white spot, the white edge of the paper with the marker. And there we go. We have a nice, we have our base. Okay, we are ready for, what do you think we're ready for, Tom?
I got a feeling you're ready to peel the tape. Oh, you got to put your goodies in
We've
there.
got to do some shaky shakes.
Got to shake, shake, shake,
Okay,
baby.
so we're using the gingerbread confetti filling. And when I get in this container, I like to dig deep because I want to get the little beads. If you guys have this at home, you dig deep so you get the little beads and stuff that come with it. And we're going to fill that up. What was that, 3 pinches, Tom?
3 pinches will do it. Just a little pinch between your cheek and gum, and
now,
maybe you got it.
Now, what we need to do is put the top on it. And we've cut this 3 by 4.25. Now, I want to tell you a little secret. Are you ready for the little secret?
Yes. It reminds me of a Beatles song. Listen, do you want to know a secret?
Do you want to know the secret?
Do you promise not to tell? Okay, closer.
We cut this, this being the acetate, we cut it 4.25 by 3. But I go back in and I trim off a 1/16 around the edges because, 1/16. Just trim it a little bit because that'll give you a little bit of leeway on this so that if you're off a little bit, you have extra wiggle room. Does that make sense, Tom?
Wiggle room, yes. I
Does
like
that make
wiggle.
sense?
Wiggle room is.
But did it make sense?
Yes, you trim the edge of it off.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Okay, let's take off the liner. And when we put that foam tape down, I was pushing that up against the previous one so that I don't have any cracks in between the foam. Okay?
Can you say foam tape?
Foam tape. So, can you say easy peel liner? There you go. Now, we are ready to apply our window, and we do have acetate on the website. We're going to take our favorite thing, undo, and we are going to run undo all along that edge. Now, undo is a solvent. It will suspend the adhesion on the tape as long as it's wet, and that will give me time to set that exactly where I need it. So if I need to pick it up and move it, I have time. If I need to go back and add more undo to it, I can. Does that make sense?
It does. And why do we use undo?
Are you asking me?
Yes, yes.
We're using undo because the solvent allows us to pick up and move things. As long as it's wet, I have time to pick up and move things and readjust because
Undo is your friend.
your friend. I need a t-shirt that says that.
Yes, Lois.
Now, we're
That's
going
right.
all the way around with our tape. This is the inverted mini rectangle. So it has that same really nice scallop, but it's facing the inside
Great tape technique there, Mrs. Creek.
instead of the outside. So we're going all the way around, and then we're going to place our frame on top to cover everything up. So I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to give this a shot of undo so that I have time to set that down. Now what happens with undo is the liquid gives you time to move things around if you need to.
Like a repositionable sticker, Mrs. Creek?
Yes, and when it dries, I have permanent adhesion. So I have just created my shaker, and I do want that to fit a little bit higher on the right. So do you see how I can just lift that up, reposition, and I have just made my cute little shaker thing right there. So one of the really good tricks about making a shaker is knowing how to use undo and not being afraid to use it on all of the layers that you're putting together. We're going around with tape all the way around because we need to adhere this to the card. So I still have a little bit of undo on that paper, so that liner's not wanting to peel over there. But it will be fine. Now we're going to take our shaker and we're going to stick that in the center of our card front. And if I were concerned, let's just do this. If I were concerned that I won't be accurate, I would take my undo and put it down, and that will give me time to move that thing around. That would be the shaker, and I can set that exactly where I want it. Whoa.
Isn't that
Isn't that
special?
fun?
Can you say special?
So we've got our sweet treats and holiday cheer. What do we need to add, Tom? What are we missing?
Christmas Carol. Hark the heralding. Oh, that's not what you're looking for.
We need to add our cocoa mugs.
Our cocoa mugs.
We
Yeah,
need
get your
cocoa
cocoa
mugs.
mugs. Hugging a mug, baby. Hugging a mug. That's right.
We've got our gingerbread guys, and so the mugs and the marshmallows, all these pieces that I'm using right now, I have cut with our super tacky tape on the back, and that means they're a sticker. Now I already tied the little ribbon on those just to save time tonight. So we are going to
So I would need to
now,
change the song then, wouldn't I?
because I already have these tied on, I'm going to split the back of this tape liner right here.
So run, run. Let me tell you why. You
And
can't
I
catch
will be
me. I'm the
able-
gingerbread guys instead of...
Pull that off. I have no idea what you were talking about.
You said I said the gingerbread man. You said the gingerbread guys, but I can't do a song for the gingerbread guys unless I change words. So I said
sorry,
run,
I have
run. Let me tell you why you can't change.
I have more than one.
Find me. I'm the gingerbread guys.
So I'm working with when we cut the little gingerbread guys.
Yes.
Did you bring the mini baking die over here?
Did I? Did I? Would I? Or could
I don't know
Or
if I mentioned it.
did I bring it? I think it's right here.
We'll see.
Mini cookies die.
Yes, sorry, mini cookies. So the mini cookies die, I want to show you this, where I cut the gingerbread guys.
Yes.
You have the mini baking sheet, the spatula, and the rolling pin, but then you have this plate where you can cut all of them at once. So
As in like a, okay.
It'll cut a whole row of cookies all at once. So we're just using the gingerbread guys right here. So that's a great little die. Fun things you can do with it. It works well with the spiral pop-up.
I have a comment from a Miss Priscilla Davis. Ms. Priscilla Davis. Can uncrafty people like me do this? Loves the idea. Absolutely, Priscilla.
Priscilla,
you watch our videos and you will be as... In fact, we have a saying at Creekbank Creations, Priscilla. If Tom can do it, anybody can do it.
Actually, Priscilla, if you make the gingerbread cookies, I'll make the cards. How's that?
There you go.
Yes, anybody can do it. Okay, so what I'm doing, I've die cut my little cookies on the brown cardstock. I have super tacky tape on the back, so they will be stickers. And I am just going with my white pen, white gel pen, and we do sell this pen on the website. And I'm detailing the little gingerbread guys. Sweetness. Nice little touch. Now we're going to let those air dry a little bit, and we are going to add the details to this project. So we have the heart and the marshmallows and the cream for the top of this cup come in the Hug in a Mug die set, and I am using our glitter paper, and the glitter paper comes in a bunch of colors. We're going to work with the white tonight on the other project as well. So super fun. We didn't need that one. We need... Oh, I need cocoa.
You need cocoa?
I need cocoa. Hang on. We need
She's getting some cocoa.
We gotta have cocoa. There's a little oval piece that is the cocoa element. I'm missing it, but I have it here. Okay, so we need cocoa. You can die cut that little piece of cocoa with the die. And when I designed this set, I designed it so those are all on a plate together. So you don't have a bunch of little dies, you have a piece all together. So we're going to peel that oval and we're going to set that right on our cup. That is our cocoa. That was why I needed the little brown guy. Or gray, if you think your cocoa's gray. Whichever. There we go. Now, we're putting cream on one and marshmallows on the other. So I am using the pick tool to pull that liner off of the back. And now, on the other side, we need marshmallows. Tom, do you know what's missing on the other side? Can you see it?
On the other side?
Yeah, on this side there's something else missing.
Am I supposed to see it from here? Is that a quiz?
Just wanted to know if you were paying attention.
Well, actually, I was responding.
Okay. You were working.
I was working.
Okay.
Yes, Mrs. Creek.
Okay. Little marshmallows.
Can you say little ones?
And what we are missing is the other heart. We need another heart over there.
You've always had my heart, Mrs.
There
Creek.
you go. Right there. So the heart, the cream, the marshmallow all come in the same die. You can run it through and cut them all at once.
Look at that, would you?
That looks awesome.
It's coming together, baby.
What we need, what we have.
What do we need?
We need cookies.
Yes.
So
Priscilla, make us some cookies.
I have already.
Not gingerbread. Don't do the gingerbread thing. Oatmeal.
Why?
No raisins, please. Chocolate chip would be great, but use the milk chocolate chips, would you please? They're so much better.
You guys, this is how he really is in real life. It's for reals.
Well, if you're going to make it, you might as well make it right?
Yeah. There's only one way to do it, and that's the way you like it.
Yes, those little marshmallows are so cute. And
yes.
Remember the last episode, we told you we got those at the Amish grocery store in Rockville,
no.
Indiana.
About these marshmallows.
Oh, those marshmallows. Oh, excuse me. Not those.
Not
well, those are imitation marshmallows. We have the real marshmallows, the little mini ones. But
that was confusing. Okay, there we go. We are good. We got our little thing, our little shaker, and we have our beautiful card, and we open it up, and we have our gift card on the inside, and we have produced a very beautiful shaker card.
Okay,
Basic
now
shaker.
I am going to give
Okay,
away.
Turn on the camera, and I'll clean up my
Hold
mess.
on here. Where'd that other dot? Here it is. Okay. I am going to give away. Hold on. Let me lift it up. I'm looking. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Crafters, I'm going to give away your choice of either the gift card notches die or the snowflake die. Pick the one you want, whichever one you want. Okay. But you got to get the question correct on the trivia question. And here in West Central Indiana, we had snow today. Okay, if you can tell me how much snow we got, that could be anywhere from a 1/4 inch to 18 inches this afternoon. Your correct answer wins your choice of the dies. Go now, answer, and let's see who's got it. How much snow did we get today in Perrysville, Indiana? That's very... Not yet. Keep going. No, not yet. Not yet. Oh, Mary! Mary Lupacino. Mary Lupacino. Where are you from, Mary? Mary is the winner. We got a 1/2 inch of snow. I actually measured it to this evening before I came in.
How much were we supposed to...
Mary Lupacino. Mary, where are you from? Hello, Mary? Mary, quite contrary. Mary, you got it right with a 1/2 inch. You guessed again at a 1/4 inch, but I'm not going to disqualify it because a 1/4 and a 1/2 makes 3/4 of an inch, but still I'm going to say 1/2 inch. So Mary, which die would you like?
You're just glad you didn't have to shovel that.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Fishers, Indiana. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Mary, I would like you to email me at sales@creekbankcreations.com with your mailing address. And by the way, which die would you like? The snowflakes die or the card notches die, Mary? Did she answer?
Mary is so excited about the prospect of winning.
Mary wants the gift card. You got the gift card.
Free product that
All right.
speechless.
Mary got the gift card, and don't forget to email me your address so I can get it out to you. And stay tuned, crafters. We've got more tickets to give away, as well as your choice of the K-Cup holder, the tote, or the mini milk carton. A $30 value. Always a lot of fun here at Creek Bank Creations. So we're going to give away. So be sure to stay tuned on that. What else? Oh, can I give away some tickets? Is it too early to give away tickets?
Yeah, no, do it.
Okay.
I don't know how you're going to do it. How are you going to do it?
Yeah, all right. Okay, whoever can tell me how many deer we killed this year gets a set of tickets to, because I'm a deer hunter, so the whole family's a deer hunter. How many deer did we kill this year? Wins 2 tickets to the show at Too Much Fun Production in Danville, Indiana. So, anybody? Not yet. Remember, there were 4 of us hunting this year. Marilyn Fiak, 4. That's exactly right, Marilyn. Marilyn.
Does Marilyn want the tickets?
Marilyn, where are you from, Marilyn? Are you where you can come and come to the show? Is Marilyn responding there, executive producer?
Nope, not yet.
The show's in Indiana, Marilyn. Is that going to work for you? Mary, I wish I killed 10 deer this year. Columbus. Oh, and she is coming to the show.
Awesome.
Okay, awesome. All right.
You know, the problem with killing 10 is that you have to process
yes,
10
yes,
and
you do.
put them in the freezer, and that's
so
much work.
Again, Marilyn, if you would please email me your address at sales@creekbankcreations. Is that right? We just changed that email address. I'm sorry. Yeah, sales@creekbank. Yes, sales@creekbankcreations.com. Email me and I'll get you your tickets out to you. Or what I'll do is we're going to give your name to the promoter who's going to send the tickets to you. Okay, but contact me so we can get your 2 free tickets, Marilyn. So congratulations.
And thank you.
And thank you for tuning in tonight.
Yeah. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay.
We're ready to start the second card.
So,
go with Mrs.
them-
Creek on that.
Tell them briefly about at the show how we're going to do the make and take so they know that.
Oh, at the make and take. We just started it this year.
The quick version.
The quick version. What we do, rather than you coming to the show and waiting in line and waiting in line and waiting in line, and then by the time it's your turn, the instructor has to go to the bathroom and she says, I'll be back in 10 minutes. You get to buy an advance ticket and then you can go about your business, your shopping, whatsoever, and come back at your appointed time. It's so easy. Right, Vicki Knight? You've done that before. Yes, in fact, gosh, Vicki, didn't you? You even did the make. In fact, you did the make and take, and you didn't just do it. You helped teach the make and take. But so anyway, so be looking forward to buy your advance tickets when you come to the show.
Come to the door first thing.
Yeah, come to the door. Come to the door first time. Buy your ticket. Go about your business. Then come back when it's time to do it.
Yeah.
Have a lot of fun.
Okay, we ready?
Yes.
Okay, can you hand me the K cup?
The K cup.
And am I down or up, guys?
You're up.
I'm up. Okay, so we're going to work on the K cup holder.
You want to show them the die?
We're going to make the K cup holder first.
Those are big dies.
So
here, just flash me, will you? Those are big dies.
Yeah, they're big dies.
And so this is the die she's
we're going to do this first, and I will tell you that when you die cut. The mini tote and especially the K-cup holder is a very large die, and when you run it through the die cut machine, there are times when the edge of the paper, because if your cutting mat is warped, your cutting plates are warped, this doesn't cut perfectly. If it doesn't cut perfectly, that's okay. Just clip it off with your scissors because it all gets folded up anyway, and it doesn't matter. So it is a very big die. Stay till the end. Mr. Creek is giving something away.
Do you know what they call that in Indian country? Heap bigum die. Just saying.
Do we have that button? All right. Can you turn the camera down? And let's look.
And the camera goes down as
So,
Mrs. Creek gives to the teaching.
I'm going to make
mode.
one of these tonight. But if you're making the mini tote, you're going to want to make 2 of them. And when we do the mini tote, you're going to need to make 2 mini totes and adhere them together.
This is incredible because that shot on the screen looks like it looks like a pinball machine. And there's little brass balls around.
Okay, so
saying.
I was going to say something else, but I have no idea what it was.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I'll remember that important piece of information that I was going to tell you.
You might.
So we're going to make one, and then we will. I've already made one, so we're only making one. I hope that made sense. Did that make sense?
It takes 2 to make the project, and
okay.
you've made one before we started.
Yes.
So it speeds things
There
up.
you
Is
go.
that correct?
Yes. Now, you see here.
You got another little jig
on
there,
my
don't you,
work
Mrs. Creek?
surface, I have a red one that I previously die cut, and I have another jig from orange cardstock.
You make me want to dance. You know what? The jig. Sorry.
When I have a product that I'm using over and over and I need to align it and detail, I'm cutting it on orange cardstock. I'm storing it with my die, so when I get it out, I have it ready to go. So here's my jig, and I have marked this that if I want to decorate that top, this piece right here, I need to cut a piece of paper 2 by 4.25, and I put a note on here that my pattern paper for the sides is 2 by 2. So those are my 2 notes, and then I have marked this 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2. Actually, 1, 3, 2. Did you catch that?
You didn't miscount, did you?
1, 3, 2. No, 1, 3, 2. And I have a dark black line right here.
Bring it down.
Bring it down.
Bring it down.
Okay. So here's my dark black line here, and then I'm going to flip this over, and I have black lines back here. The black lines on the jig represent where I need to put tape. So you can see the magic of this is when you get it out, you're like, oh yeah, that's where the tape goes. I remember that.
Would it be appropriate to say the jig is up?
The jig is up.
All
The
right.
jig is awesome. So we're going to place our tape right where those black marks are on the jig.
Gosh, this looks like so much fun.
And then, so here's what I have. I have my black mark here. I have my tape. I'm going to turn this over, and we are going to do the exact same thing on the other side. This is really cheating when you keep a jig and you keep it and you get it out. You're like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh, it's just a little reminder sheet, huh?
It's a cheat sheet, baby.
There you go.
Okay. So we have our tape.
I tell you what, you're pretty and smart, Mrs.
And then we're going to take our scissors. When this die is made, it is impossible to get that die line all the way up to the fold line. So I like to take my scissors and just clip right up to that score line, the fold line, all the way around. And now we're going to train.
Now my scissors have rounded tips on it. Will I still be able to cut like that? Just asking. Just asking. I'm sorry.
Well, that depends on how you cut with them.
Okay.
We're going to train the folds. I want to see your scissors. I really do. So we're going to train all of our folds so that work is done for us. Now, when we go to fold, there's a fold over here. Right there. We're not folding that one because we want that back to stand up tall for this project. So we are going to train all of these others and cooperate. That'll just make it come together easily. Now, once I have all of that done, it is helpful if I take my pattern paper and I apply that right now before I go any further. And this is my pattern paper that I cut from the Christmas cookie paper pad, 2 by 4.25, and I will center that on that rectangle, and that will have my back. Then my back will be decorated. If I want to have the back decorated, like if I'm giving this as a single gift, just like this, I could put one on the back. In fact, I would. In this case, it's inside that mini tote, and it doesn't show. So I am ready to start pulling all of this together.
Look at this. It's coming together. Hold on. Let's make sure. Move the jig out of the way so you can move the red paper.
Well, I need to be able to see the numbers. Can you see the numbers there?
Yeah, we can see the numbers.
Okay, so what we're going to do
there you go.
is fold up the first tab.
The 1 and the 3 and the
Okay, we're doing 1.
Okay.
And we're going to remove the tape.
1.
And then we are going to fold this straight up,
and
that is our first fold. So our piece of tape is right in here. We're going to push that together, and that's our first step.
The paper magic is starting to happen, Mrs. Creek.
Now, you see we went 1, 2 over here.
1.
This is 2 is where we're going next.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to pull these in and remove the tape liners. In fact, we'll just pull all the tape off at this point. If you're using liquid, it might get a little tricky, but you could. People that use liquid are good.
Everybody is concentrating on what you're doing.
Yeah, moving the tape liner?
Yes. Well, they're not commenting because I can tell they're concentrating.
Yeah. Pulling off all the tape liners. One more over here. Okay, let's go back to where we were. This is where we were, and we're going to go over here to number 2. We're going to fold in number 2, and we're going to fold that flap on the end. This flap, we're folding in. That's why we practiced our folding ahead of time. Okay, does that make sense? Let's do that again. We're going to pull up 2, we're going to tuck it in, we're going to hold that in flap in, and what I like to do is line up that top corner with the top edge of my paper on both sides, on the right and the left, and push that together in the back. Okay? And then we're going to close our flaps. And if you set that on its side and push it down,
voila!
You'll have
Would you looky there?
Your box.
As Gomer Pyle used to say, golly.
Now, we want to accent that with our pattern paper. So we will take our 2x2 scraps of paper. And what I love about this is the paper pad is 6x6. So you can cut those into the 2-inch strips and then cut them all up. And you have your little strips.
So nothing goes to waste? Is that what you're saying?
It's just, yes, that is what I'm saying. That
Wow.
really wasn't what I was saying, but that is the truth.
That's incredible. So that means we could call this the frugal crafter.
No, I don't know if it would be frugal, but it's a beautiful thing. So that matters, right?
Yes.
There we go. Okay. All the way around. Now, if you want to, you can put one on the bottom. I do not.
Why not?
Because it's in the tote and didn't show.
And nobody's going to see.
Hand me the K-cup.
Okay, yes.
So there you go. You got your K-cup that's in there, and again.
Or put the little brass ball in there.
Hot. You know, before the show tonight, I asked Mr. Creek if he knew what the
brass ball was.
Hot cocoa ball was, and he did not have any idea.
I didn't know.
So if somebody gave this to him for Christmas, it would be worth it to see the look on his face when he opened up the package with the gold balls in it.
You've widened my horizons once again, Mrs. Creek.
Okay, so we are ready to. Are you ready to move on, Mr. Creek?
Yes, we've got more to the kit.
Yes.
Oh, let me give away 2 more tickets.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to give away 2 more tickets to the Indiana show in Hendricks County. A pair of tickets. Are you ready? Okay. As I told you...
Wait a minute. Do you have enough questions for that?
Yes, I just pulled this one out of my head. Since we're on the hunting theme and the family hunting theme, I told you there were 4 hunters, okay? We had my son and I and my 2 grandsons. Tell me the age of the youngest hunter that carried a firearm. That's right. Tell me the age. Winner gets 2 tickets to the Too Much Fun show at Hendricks County, February 21st and 22nd coming up. So.
Okay. Can you do that while I work?
Yes, I'm waiting for the answers to come rolling through.
Ladies, I'm going to move on.
Tell me the age of those hunters.
Guessing the age of those awesome grandchildren. Which we
just one. I just want the youngest one.
The youngest one.
Yes.
Who did fantastic, by the way.
Yes, he did fantastic.
Okay, so what we're looking at is the mini tote. And if we're going to make the container, then we need to die cut 2 of them.
That's right. Judy Retz is the winner. Judy, you are the winner. Judy, do you live in Indiana? I know we've talked many times. Judy Retz is the winner. My grandson was 6 years old. He actually is in Trail Scouts, and he passed hunter safety this year. So he was able to carry a gun. He even shot at a deer. He missed, but nevertheless, he was out there, and he was a real trooper.
In the cold.
In the cold, that's right. Yeah. We wrapped him up in a sleeping bag and got him set where he could shoot.
Crafting?
Yes, we're going back to crafting. Judy, I need your email address, and I need you to, so I can get you your 2 tickets to the Too Much Fun.
Or email you.
Yes, Judy. Judy. Don't do it on this thing, Judy. On the forum. Email me at sales@creekbankcreations.com, and we'll make sure we get your tickets to you. Okay? Thanks.
Okay. Mini tote is what we're working on. We good?
Yes.
Okay. Mini tote. So I have created my jig just like I did for the other one, and I have it marked where the papers would go if I die cut them. When you buy the mini tote, you get the little rectangle die, which cuts this piece of paper, and you get the large die, this plate, which is what holds the 2 together. It doesn't hold them together, but it makes it look really nice. So those come with it. You do have to cut your own 2x2 if you want paper for the bottom, and I always do to support it. So here's what we've got. I've already laid it out, and you may have noticed while Tom was talking that I put my adhesive on my places. So I'm ready to go there, and I'm ready to put this thing together. So I'm going to turn it over, and I am going to, first of all, don't forget, we have to clip into the fold and train those folds. I previously did that for this piece. Now, I'm going to set it so that the tallest part of this die is sitting on my left, and I'm going to fold in one flap, and there is my piece of tape. I am going to pull that piece of tape off.
I have a question from Patty Riviera.
And shut the door.
Well, that
I'm shutting the left side onto the right.
I got in trouble for saying that. Patty Rivera asks, will that die...
Get bonus points for doing this with you.
Patty Rivera asks a question. Will that fit in a regular Big Shot or the large one? And yes, the answer is it'll a regular Big Shot, but you have to have the extended cutting pad. Is that correct, Mrs. Creek?
Is the camera on me or you? Can you put the camera on Tom?
Yep.
Mrs. Creek, Patty Rivera asks, and this is what we need, Patty. Standard Big Shot machine or Vagabond, but you need the extended cutting pad, okay? Excuse me, extended base plate and the extended cutting pads, okay? Standard 6-inch width. So you probably already have the machine. The question is, do you have the base plate and the cutting pads? So there you have it. Go back to Mrs. Creek at this point.
Okay. So we have our box put together. You want to hand me that?
Mm-hmm.
Our box is together. And did we cover all of that?
About the base plate?
Yeah, sorry.
Patty, did we answer your
I
question?
put undo on it to straighten it up. There we go. Now we're ready to pull our piece all together. So I am going to apply... we need a piece of paper in the background, but first, before we do that, I'm going to turn it over, and those two pieces of tape that are there, we are going to fold those in first. Now, that came undone because I put undo on it so I could straighten it, and I need to let it evaporate. So we are going to pull the tape liner. More patience. Pull the tape liner. And now once that undo evaporates, that adhesion will come back into that tape. It's just fighting me because I put undo on it while Tom was talking to straighten it up. Now we're going to fold in the two pieces of tape first, and then we are going to fold the other two pieces on top. Turn it upside down, make sure it's square, push down, and we have just created our little holder. Now, I like to add that little piece of paper that goes on that front edge. I just think it adds a nice little touch. And then we will, and you can die cut that with the die cut machine. Dies come with. And then this is our 2x2 square that we're putting on the bottom. I'd like to use quite a bit of adhesive on these pieces because it helps to stabilize everything. Sometimes I don't use that much adhesive, but this case I'm going to. And then this is our little front piece. So you would just need to do this twice to pull all this together. Pull that off. There's our little decorative panel for the front. And then we will put that other piece on the bottom. Flip that over, and you want to center it. Push that down, and now you have your first holder assembled.
Look at that,
There
would you?
go,
Would
okay?
you look
Now,
at that?
We need two of those, and look at that. Just like magic.
Voila, you put them
We
together.
have two, okay? So what we need to do is put the two pieces together. So what we are going to do is take our tape, and you could use tape or liquid. I'm going to use tape just because it's going to give me super fast adhesion tonight.
I see you're using the 1/2-inch tape there, Mrs. Creek.
I went big. You know
You
what
went
they
big.
say?
That's right.
Do you know what they say?
Either go big or go
big
home.
or go home. In our case, we're already at home, but you know. So I'm going to try to get close to that outside edge. And I'm going to go back over that other side because I didn't get it close enough to the edge for my liking. Right down through there.
Don't go away, crafters, because remember we're going to give away that $30 die here at the end
big,
of the show.
The big stuff.
The big stuff.
The
Can you
big
say
stuff.
the big stuff?
Yep. So, why don't you put in the chat
Mm-hmm.
yes or no if you're done shopping? Yes, you're done.
What does that mean?
You're not done.
Mean Christmas
Are
shopping?
the customers done Christmas shopping?
Are you all done Christmas shopping?
Yes or no?
Yes or no?
How's it going?
You
for
have,
everybody?
what is it? You have 12 shopping days.
Mr.
You have,
Creek,
you now have 12
are you
shopping
done?
days until Christmas. Am I done? Am I
Are
done?
you done with your Christmas
I
shopping?
think I am.
Okay.
No, I'm not. No,
We
I'm
are going to adhere these two pieces together, but because I'm concerned about doing that accurately, I'm going to take my undo and put my undo on there. And then I will have the ability to line that up exactly the way I want and get it nice and square so I can readjust it and have it nice and square. Magic, baby. Okay? There we go. That is our box base. Now, what we have is this panel out here that we need to deal with. Are you ready to deal with it?
I'm ready, baby.
Are they done shopping or not?
No, they're still shopping.
They're still shopping. Shop, 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 shop. Which is better, shopping or wrapping? Which do you like the best? We are going to take a piece of red cardstock and we are going to cut that. Hang on, let me get my notes. 3 by 5. And then we are going to take the die and lay the die on top. We're going to do a little trick here with this. We're going to decorate. We're going to kind of make our own pattern paper here. So you could just die cut pattern paper, but you know, that'd be too easy. We have to do something more interesting. There we go. So you're going to need to do 2 of these. One for the front, one for the back. Tonight I will do the front. And then you'll see how to do it. So what I did, I traced that die, and I have previously die cut all of my snowflakes. This is from that snowflake die. Well, there's the chocolate that I needed earlier. There we go. And I've got all my little pieces here cut out. So what we're going to do is take our snowflakes, and I have cut these with our super tacky tape on the back. We're going to pull the liner off of them so they are a...
Yes, we're watching.
What are they?
What are they? They're snowflakes.
Yes, they're a sticker, Tom.
Oh, they're a sticker.
They're
That's
a
right.
sticker.
So you added super tacky tape, you die cut it, and any die cut becomes what, Mrs. Creek?
It's a sticker.
That's right, a sticker.
was
You're
fun.
your own sticker shop.
Yes.
And the super tacky tape comes in 3-inch and 6-inch widths. Holy mackerel. And it's 15% off till midnight tomorrow.
There
If you
go.
use the discount code HUGS.
So we're
say-
going to place those on. Oh, there's still a little bit of liner left on that snowflake right there. Get him off. And we want them hanging off the edge.
Is it HUG or HUGS?
The coupon code?
Yeah.
Hug.
HUG?
There we go. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to leave this space right here open because we're going to put our mug in that space. But we do need to add a few marshmallows. So we have those die cut. We're going to add our marshmallows. These little marshmallows look so sweet with the snowflakes. And you know, who doesn't want it to rain snowflakes or marshmallows? I do.
Yes. But these are not the marshmallows from the Amish grocery
These
store.
are
are
not
they?
the marshmallows from. You would not want to eat these.
But
at all.
they look good enough to eat, though, right?
They do. They do. They look
So it's
better.
snowing marshmallows?
It's snowing marshmallows.
Hmm.
Who doesn't want that?
That's right.
I'm not sure I have room for another one. We're gonna die cut and then we'll see where we're at. Okay, so you would do the front and the back. When you do the back, I covered the whole thing with snowflakes. Okay, in this case for the front, we're leaving an opening. So we are going to put our die right on top of that and die cut. And that's going to give us the look that we made our own pattern paper. Now, do I dare try to do that without tape, I'm going to add tape.
Are you going to go for it?
We don't want to have shift, right?
No, because shift happens.
Shift happens. There we go. So we're going to finish this out and then add it to the front. So here's what we've got.
Looky there. Add a little undo, I see. I see
Yeah.
you get a little undo on there.
Pull that off. There's that. And you
Voila.
have the injection hole right there. There you go. Now you have that customized look that looks like pattern paper.
Holy mackerel!
That you created yourself, and it's awesome. So what we need to do is die cut our cup from that glitter paper. And
Is that the shatterproof glitter paper from
Yes,
Creekbank Creations?
Mr. Creek, what is missing from that cup?
The whipped cream and the marshmallows and hug in a mug.
Hug in a mug. Hug in a mug is what is missing. Now, am I centered here? Okay, guys?
Yep.
Okay, so what I have is I have
A Misty
gotten
stamp
out
board.
my Misty stamp board, and I'm going to take my stamp. Now, in my Misty stamp board, I have our stamping surface, and I'm drawing a blank as to what it's called. The stamper's window.
Oh my goodness.
I have the stamper's window. So we have the stamper's window size to fit the Misty large board and the small board. We also offer it in the 6x6 size. So if you have the Tim Holtz board, it'll fit in the Tim Holtz board. I have a whole entire YouTube video on this product.
And they're on sale at 15% off.
If you do not own this, I encourage you to get it. Honestly, I don't say that very often, but this is one of those things. So I have my glitter paper. I have my super tacky tape on the back. I have it stuck to the stamper's window. I'm going to set my stamp on top of it. Hug in a mug. Hopefully, there you go. Okay, we're going to shut the door. I'm looking crooked. Looking crooked. And pick it up, and we are going to stamp. So what we are doing, we are stamping with Stays-On permanent ink. Stays-On ink is made for glass, plastic, slick surfaces. You don't want to use this for your everyday stamping, but it is great for slick surfaces or the glitter paper. So we're going to ink up over here, and I will tell you, this is one of those things that's just awesome. Ink up and stamp, and that will dry.
And you didn't tell them the reason why you were using the stamper's window is because you didn't have to use magnets.
Yes.
Your magnet is on your board, but it's not holding anything.
That's right.
So what's that magnet there for?
I don't have to fight the magnet trying to hold the cup while I'm trying to stamp this little bitty thing. It's all right there. Any questions?
Yeah, why is the magnet on there on the stamp board? Since you're using the stamper's window.
I don't know.
Oh.
It's just sitting there. It's always sitting there. I used to keep it over here, and I guess somehow it just migrated.
Well, I usually
I
borrow
hate to just get rid of it.
I always borrow it to find studs in the wall when you want me to hang a picture.
Well, that's why it's not put back right.
Oh, okay.
Because you were doing that
Yes.
recently.
Yes, ladies, don't let your husbands get a hold of those magnets.
Having all that fun hanging the shelving in the garage.
Yes, those magnets are great for finding the studs in the wall. So because you can find out where the nails are. However, don't drop them on the floor, especially the concrete floor, because the one big magnet turns into 4 little magnets.
So, Stamper's Window. If you do not own it, I highly recommend it. And you can watch my video. And I highly recommend my glitter paper because
it's shatterproof.
That's cool. Now, we need to add cocoa to our cup.
Can you say cocoa?
We're on a roll here.
Can you say cup?
Little bitty cocoa right there. And then we're going to add that little flat heart, which is actually supposed to be like the foam or whatever. And that little booger is so small.
How small is it?
It's a small, it could be a booger. There we go. Now, if my grandson said that, I would tell him that wasn't appropriate.
To say it was a booger?
Yeah.
Well, he meant a booger.
There we go. We got our hug. Now, our mug. Now, I really do like to tie this on before I have it stuck to the card. like I did before. It makes it easier, I think. So we're going to take our baker's twine, and this is just baker's twine that I got off Amazon. And we're going to tie it on there. It's really thin baker's twine, and I like it because some of the baker's twine is so bulky that it's too heavy for these little projects.
And I got to tell you, crafters, this is the first time in 40 years of marriage I've ever seen Julie tie one on.
Okay. Trim. And then we will be ready to add this to our front of our mini K-cup. So what I like to do is take the pick tool and just split the back of that liner right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then pull that liner off.
So you don't have to have fingernails to do this. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't know how you would do that with your fingernails. There we go. And I think it's easier to tie it on when it's not attached. There's our hug and a mug. I do think I have room for another mini marshmallow.
Can't ever have too many mini marshmallows, Mrs. Creek.
You cannot.
Just ask the kids. They'll tell you.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. We are ready. So when you do the back, I just did snowflakes and marshmallows. We won't do that tonight to save on time. We are ready to adhere. So we are going to come back in with our 1/4-inch tape. So we sell this tape, which is tearable with your fingers, in 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch.
3-inch and 6-inch.
And now is a great time. Oh yeah, the big boys too, to stock up on it.
Yes, it is. At 15% off.
There we go.
Whoa.
Make Peyton work for it.
Regular price of the
Ship all
1/4 inch
over.
is $2.99, less 15% right now, with
So,
the discount code HUG.
We have our pieces here. But still,
Good
there
until
we go.
midnight tomorrow night.
Stick that right on there, and you have your front, and that will secure everything together, and you'll have your really nice tote. Now, what we haven't done tonight is I did punch a hole in the top and add the netting and the little baker's twine in brown. If you want to add a little special accent, that does look really nice when you go to put your whole thing together. Having that little poof of color at the top is a really nice accent.
Would you look at that? Turn it on its side, will you?
It is.
No, there you go, like that. Yes.
Awesome.
So they can see it.
Okay?
Isn't that cool?
Okay.
Awesome.
Pull my camera up. Can you do a split screen?
Can we do a split screen?
No.
Not tonight, but we will be soon.
Mr. Producer said no split screen. You have a prize, right?
Do I ever have a prize? Okay, can you get me some camera here? All right, crafters, we got your choice of either the milk carton, the K-cup holder, or the tote. They're all priced at $29.99. The lucky winner is going to get your choice of one of those. So, tonight's trivia question, major trivia question, goes back to the hunting theme. That's right, the hunting theme. You know, when we hunt in the Creek household, not only do we hunt, we also do our own butchering and processing. So we had 2 weeks of fun and laughter with the whole family here. And during that time, we have started canning bone broth. Can you say bone broth? Yes, bone broth. Bone broth is really
Why
healthy.
are we canning bone broth?
Because of the health benefits of bone broth,
new
Mrs. Creek.
Thing that
Yes, the nutrients and the vitamins that come out
Is
of
that
bone
the
broth.
only reason?
Well, it makes good soup base too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, it's really good for you. So we got 4 deer, and we canned a whole bunch of quarts of bone broth. So tell me, and the first one to get it right wins their choice of the dice.
The big kahuna.
The big kahuna prize. That's right.
The big kahuna.
How many quarts of bone broth? Bone broth. Daniel Boone. How many quarts?
Easy
Quarts.
for you to say.
Yeah, easy for me to say. How many quarts of bone broth did we can this year? And with that, I'm going to go to the screen. And we have a first guess. And no, that's not right.
Are you on Facebook or?
I'm on both,
Okay.
I think.
Yep.
I'm just going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if we have gentlemen, that I do not understand why we canned what we did.
What do you mean?
I think the executive producer should take a quart home and just drink it.
Hold it. Did you count the 2 that are in the refrigerator?
No, those are last year's.
Mm-mm.
Your son.
They are?
Why are
No, because the jars didn't seal. So that increases the number. So
do you know what the number
I know what the number
okay.
is, yes.
Okay.
I haven't seen the lucky number yet.
It's so much that we're going to be.
Now you're giving them hints, Mrs. Creek.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Well, I'm getting a lot of guesses.
So we ran two electric canners, and
yes. At 6 jars at a time.
no, there's only
12 jars at a time.
The electric canner only takes 5. We ran 2 electric canners and a canner on the stove. Did he run the one on the stove too?
No, didn't run the one on the stove. Marilyn said it was too much to count.
It's under 100.
Mary Novak, you won last week.
No way.
Mary Novak. Well, her husband's a hunter, so she would know that. Congratulations, Mary Novak. Tell me, which die do you want? You want
Does she have all of them?
Mary, do you already have all these?
What's the number, Tom?
The number is 70 quarts,
70.
Mary. Very good, Mary. You got. There's the phone is ringing on the other phone. It's probably somebody asking me how many quarts of bone broth did we make. So, Mary, do you have this one? Mary's the winner, Mary Novak.
Is she on YouTube?
I'm not sure whether she's on YouTube or I have Mary's address. I just need to know which die Mary wants.
So I have no idea what we're going to do with 70 quarts of bone broth.
Well, I do.
Can we give that for Christmas?
we give him a
hug
and a mug. We'll give him a mug full of bone broth. Mary, what is your choice of die? What die do you want, Mary? You want the K-cup holder, the mini milk carton, or the mini tote? So, I've got your phone number anyway, one way or the other.
We'll find
you, Mary, wherever you are, and we will get that answer.
Raffle off soup. I think that's a good idea.
So, are we done for the night, Mrs. Creek?
We are done.
Crafters? Let me come around the other side.
No,
you kind of come over here?
You can close it out.
Why? It's always fun to do it together.
Just do it.
All right.
Good.
All right. Crafters, Julie and I want to wish you all a very merry...
I should come over
Hold
for
on.
that.
Yes.
I'm coming.
All right, she's coming over for the Christmas cheer. Okay, so I'm going to tell you all... Yes. Can we get in the camera?
You'll have to scooch. You got to go that way.
Yeah, there we are. There we are. Hey, so we want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and happy die cutting.
Oh my gosh. We need a stamp that says that.
Merry Christmas and
Merry
happy die cutting.
Christmas and happy die cutting.
That's
I
right.
love that.
So anyway, we love you all and thanks you for joining us. We can't wait to see you in January
2025.
2025.
Yeah.
And